Some of the greatest stories ever made weren't about magic, aliens, or war. They were simply about human nature, about drama, about hatred, about happiness, and forgiveness. In this video, we are going to dive into the journey of Thorfinn and Eren and see the path of becoming better or broken. Now, to understand these characters better, we first need to understand their motivations and aspirations that leads them throughout the journey. Revenge almost feels natural. Someone destroys your life and your mind demands balance. This idea exists everywhere, from history to politics and even in literature. Even early philosophers and authors have warned humanity about. Eren, throughout the story, pursues the idea of freedom. According to him, every person is born free, and he must fight to preserve his freedom.
戦わなければ勝てない。戦え。戦え。
Do you remember the scene when Eren kisses Historia's hand and immediately remembers all the lore out there? His entire character changes at that very single moment. The Eren we see in the past seasons instantly changes to an serious, emotionless, and emotionally exhausted guy. He almost feels like he's a stranger. His motivations are unclear. He performs unexpected actions. One of them is creating yeagerists. This cold side of Eren is not only about taking revenge for what happened to him. He is calculated, manipulative, and knows what's coming next. Saying that only revenge led him there will simply be a lie. A complex character like him needs more than that. He is the guy who can manipulate his own past to reach his goal of freedom. He's out there to protect his friends, even if it means fighting them. The idea of freedom plays an important role in the story, and it gets even more interesting with Eren's twisted perspective. Similar to Eren, Thorfinn's journey also starts from revenge. In the entire season 1 of the show focuses on this monotonic theme. But as the show progresses, something different occurs. It's not a sudden change in character, but a slow and steady growth in Thorfinn's self. Upon reaching the season's finale, the show's central theme is no longer revenge, but growth, as this scene suggests.
これから先、俺が死んでからその先、どう生きるつもりだ、トルフィン。何も考えてなかったんだろう。
うるせ
いい加減先へ進めよ。いつまでもこんなクソくだらねえところに引っかかってねえで、ずっと先へ、トールズの言った世界のその先へ、トールズのこのお前が行け。
Thorfinn's story not just ends with the realization, instead, a new journey begins, the journey of redemption. And as we all know, the path of changing is never easy. In season 2 of Vinland saga, we very well witness the cost of realization. Thorfinn's struggle, his guilt, his burden of his past actions that haunts him even in his dreams. But that's not all. Remember the scene when he first time sleeps peacefully without suffering. This shift only starts when Thorfinn starts to accept his past and do better of it rather than being burdened by it. Two boys both start their journey with revenge and hatred in their eyes, much like different sides of a single coin. However, as their story progresses, one escapes the cycle of hatred and the other becomes the cycle of hatred. It's not about who's right or wrong, it's their circumstances that leads them to different paths. When Eshelard was killed, Thorfinn lost his purpose in life and became emptied. But with Eren, it's different. He never really got the chance of letting go his dream, freedom.